Talk football and current events. Sitting and chatting with the very best guests. With two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.
Hello and welcome back to Sit Chat Podcast. I'm Liam Whyte.
I'm Jamal.
It's like time lucky, you know?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, true. Yeah. First time. We never make mistakes in this podcast.
Nah, I've actually thought it. You did fuck it, but when we were
No.
We'll talk about these things.
I'm actually coming for me on episode 89. That is shocking for you.
Well, you remember this time, mate?
What are you talking about? I don't remember.
Sorry, fucking... Fuck knows. Fuck knows.
Right, anyway, for the second time, I think congratulations are in order for one of our previous guests, Gio. Officially got engaged today, so congrats to not only just anyone, but of course your cousin. So coming into the family, how do you feel about having a Queen's Park bastard into your family?
Anybody that supports the Queens
No matter what type of Queen.
is welcome.
No worries. Well, congrats to Gio and Courtney.
Yeah.
Long live your happy marriage. I'm sure Jamie will be there to make a best man speech or something. Ruin the day.
There's a chance.
There's a chance.
There's a chance. But, aye. Going to celebrate it with them potentially Friday, Saturday.
Well, like for a bachelor's party or just like
No.
go out for the piss?
They're at a mad, like, lock cabin.
I actually thought you were meant to go away to that, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, no, I'm meant to be going tomorrow, but I kind of asked.
Where is it?
Yeah, I think. Aye. Yeah, sure.
It's not that far away. It's
Nah,
like 50
it's-
miles or something, 40 miles.
It's fucking not even an hour. Especially if me, it'll be an hour, so. So I might go Friday, maybe Saturday.
Fair day.
Nothing know at all.
Is it just the two of them that are out there at the moment?
Aye. Well, I've got the dog as well, but.
Well, is it just like a wee cabin
It's
or
like a
something?
cabin, hot tub, fucking. It looks banging, to be fair. And it's right there, it's 2 minutes away from the beach. It's got a co-op, Tesco's right near it.
All sorted. See, look.
Exactly.
Barely even need to travel anywhere when you go there.
Exactly. So,
You did say this before though, like you enjoy driving, but the thought of you driving gives you the fucking fear on that. You can't be arsed.
No, it's not even that. It's just like, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? Imagine going all the way out there. Just, nah, fuck that.
I actually like say genuinely, like I still really enjoy just like going for a drive and that, just like
Oh,
de-stress.
so yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. 90% of the time, I'm in my car now and going to drive. That's it.
Which is pretty much thing considering considering you barely drove it for the last year beforehand.
To be fair though, I've had my car, fucking like 4 or 5 years now, and I'm still only at 25,000 miles. So.
Did you get when I was at zero? Like,
Yeah.
That's not too bad to be honest.
So, most people rack up, like Bradley for example, got his car and within the year he had put 40,000 in the clock.
Fuck off! He done 40,000 in 1 year.
It was very near that. I'm
Cunt lives in Scotland. It's only about 600 miles from the fucking north of Johnny Groves to the border.
Stupid, I mean, but
That's what happens when you're a Monroe Walker, eh?
that's what happens when you're a fucking weirdo.
And when we force it to come to Stirling to get red arsed.
Aye, that as well. Yeah. There you go. Fuck Bradley, by the way.
Any excuse for you.
Absolutely.
It's been a while since you slagged him off in the
Aye,
podcast.
well, I kept him, but he's a prick. We know.
It's fine, it's all going to see us anyway. Right, now, fuck it, we'll let him move for next. So for next week, might be doing a different sort of styled interview to what yous are used to, and to be honest, me and Jamie. Don't want to go too much into detail now, kind of want to sort of save it for next week, but as a result we won't be in familiar settings come this time next week, so we're going to have a bit of an extended version on the quality shitewall this week, which, I mean, to be honest, I'm happy with.
Oh, I'm more than happy. Got 10 topics to fucking feast your eyes on. Oof, you can.
I'll let you pick first, big man.
For those. Right, fingers are going at the right time.
The pile has been recently extended as of yesterday, so got more things to choose from this week.
Netflix documentaries is our first topic.
So specifically Netflix documentaries, and not just documentaries in general. Right, now, I don't know if this might be controversial or not, but I think back in the day, pretty decent, and although they still churn them out at relatively high quality, they're fucking overdrawn to shit now. Like, every single document.
Name one.
Well, like, for example, like Tiger King, there's always like these murder sort of ones as well. You know, like you always see on like your homepage on Netflix when you load it up. Like, back in fucking 1983 in LA, there will have been a murder at some point and somewhere. And it'll be like, oh, that may be interesting for an hour. See, it's like a 4-part special, each an hour long. It's just like, I just don't have the time to care.
I could hand in heart say, I have never watched one.
Never watched a Netflix doc?
Nah. I mean, if you claim like Narcos has been a...
That's not a doc, that's like a fucking like drama thing.
Then no, never
Yeah.
watched one. I've never watched one that tells a story in a documentary form.
Do you like documentaries in general? Just like...
It's not that I don't like them, it's just I've never had the time for it. I would never just sit one on. There's always better things to watch, is the way I see it.
When I was always like when I used to go to my dad's in Aberdeen, they always used to love like in the evenings and that before bed, putting on like a crime documentary before bed and that. I could get behind that, but like every single one, like you mind that Tiger King when that came out and everyone's talking about. I still haven't seen the last episode of it.
I've still not seen a single episode.
But right, so I watched so it's 6 episodes on, right? I'd say at most, not maybe at most. I'd say realistically, if you really wanted to drag out, you could have maybe done it for 4 episodes.
Right.
Realistically, it probably should have been 3 parts at most. They made it fucking, like fucking 6 parts. And there is a lot of stuff to tell in it, but that's still sort of, you could still do it in 3 hours in my opinion. But they fucking rinsed it for shit. And don't get me wrong, it looks incredible, but the pace on it is so slow in every single one of them. So they normally tell a good story, but they often take far too long to get to the point, or like they cover ground that's not really important in my eyes. So for that reason, I think it has to go in shite.
Oh, fly fucking far, right. See, the thing is, right, I would happily get behind a 2-pack documentary. It's been on Netflix. I'll get behind that. Not with it. Like, what helped Tiger King was TikTok. That helped.
It's not even that, let's be honest, it was lockdown. Not anything else.
I know, but TikTok had...
Maybe, yeah.
It was, that was, the most...
that was a thing.
Hashtag thing.
Yeah, I mean, even since you've not seen it, you ken what it's about in that, don't you?
Aye.
Yeah.
What would you say there?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm happy with that.
Aye. Welcome to the shite pile. Up your game, Netflix.
If you need anyone to do some documentaries for you, me and Jamie are available for a small couple of million, quite happily.
No, you know something? I'll take a small couple of 100,000.
I'd take a small 30 grand, to be honest.
I'll take...
We're just lowering ourselves until one of us gets hired at this rate.
At this point, I'll take 10 grand. And we'll call it quits.
See, I want at least a year's wage on my minimum wage.
No, fuck that. We are worth 100k.
Yeah, respect.
Easy peasy, bring your granny split. So,
and with that phrasing alone, that's why they'll be coming to us.
Exactly. We've got nothing shy of outstanding banner. And creative. I mean, fucking look at this fucking wall. Fucking fuck Netflix. Feel free to move on before one else get the fucking sack.
Aye, or Netflix claim this video. Alright, okay. The good old fashioned arcade.
Arcade games or just arcade?
Just the arcade, like going to the arcades. Like, whack at the machines.
Here's the thing, right? I enjoy the bowling alley.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
Pool, beverages,
a
bit of bowling, great banter, great vibes. It's tainted by the arcade in my opinion.
Oh, you're not a fan at all?
I could get behind an arcade at the Key in Glasgow. It's designed off an arcade. It is an arcade.
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't partake in the games, but somebody like Dylan and Jazz and my cousin Courtney, they are fully behind the arcade games.
Yeah.
I just don't see it as a fucking...
I used to love it, again, going back to Aberdeen. Aberdeen has a class arcade on the beachfront. It's, huge, proper, arcade, old school sort of thing. Proper, games, fucking miles long and that. Don't get me wrong, you can, it's a scam, but you
Oh,
know,
absolutely.
it's a thing to enjoy on like a day off.
I don't mind, like, you know, with the basketball hoops.
Yeah,
Good
like,
banner, good banner.
it's because like that isn't a scam. But the problem is, like, see as a bairn, like say if you're taking a dad's 20 and that, or well, not even a 20, say you're taking a dad's £10, you know, going and spending it in pounds, and you know, try to win like a fucking stuffed toy or that.
Right.
You don't really mind that it's a scam to a certain extent because you're just kind of enjoying the moment, but.
Yeah.
I, like yourself, well, I was in Dunfermline actually a few nights ago, you know, and enjoying myself in the bowling and, you know, enjoying that. But of course, we had a 10-minute wait, so the guy was like, yeah, if you come back in 10 minutes, that's fine. So, of course, you know, not really enough time to get a drink, so fuck it, just go to the arcade.
If I was a girl.
I had a tenner left, so I was like, right, fuck it, I'll change that into pounds, I'll get that all sorted. Finished up, you know, maybe used it on 3 or 4 machines. Came back, I was like, oh, is that time yet? And he's like, nah, it's only been 5 minutes. And I was like, you tell me I've just blown through 10 quid in 5 minutes, and like, even though I knew it was a scam.
That side of it's fucking easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
See, like, part of me wants to say quality because,
No,
like, well, let me give you a reason. Like, because you would enjoy it as a bairn, and if you go to a proper arcade, it would be a bit more fun. But like you said, yeah, it's a scam, and also, you know, yeah, it's just a bit shit. Yeah.
I'd put it right in the fence.
Yeah. Nah, I think it deserves to be a wee bit more in shite.
I'm really glad you said that.
Nah, not that far, but nah, a wee bit further down.
This way.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You thinking about there? Right, okay.
Should have made that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Fine, we're finally getting the shite side of things filled up slightly. What's next on the agenda?
Well, you're not on the back, but pizza.
Alright. I want to hear your opinion first because you're not the massivest of movie guys.
Bear with me 2 seconds to just see what's happening.
Aye, do you know why I picked that picture? Because
Right.
deliberately I told you all the characters that were on it.
So, based on the picture alone, right? Incredibles is incredible.
Yep, you're correct.
Finding Nemo, banter, right? Cars, what a fucking movie, right? What a fucking movie.
Genuinely don't remember anything about it. I mind watching it as a bairn, but I cannot remember anything about it.
Right, so Up,
Yeah.
belter.
Yep.
Up's a belter. Cars, Incredibles, Finding Nemo, all crackers.
Anything that's on there that's shite.
Toy Story,
You what? You're saying Toy Story shite?
embarrassing.
That you are fucking hell.
It's an embarrassing movie.
You are.
It's been tainted by the memes as well.
Nah, I mean like fucking hell. You're saying Toy Story shite. That's something else. Baby.
So, but in general, based on this picture alone, it is they are quality. Pixar are quality as a.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Like, what's your favourite? What's your favourite?
Well, a lot of these movies bring me great joy.
Right. What like? What's your favourite?
Lightning Mcqueen. You know.
I could see you. I could see you're the type of bairn that wanted like a race car bed and like just to sit there, just like.
Nah. I've been a fan anyway. But I based my whole life off Lightning McQueen. My life is based off Lightning McQueen. I drive like Lightning McQueen.
I've got the title of the podcast. I can sort it.
Well, I'm quite frankly, my order of excuse me, this picture: Cars, The Incredibles,
Right.
Up, Finding Nemo.
Right, I want to see if there's any others on here that you've not met. What about Monsters Inc? You ever seen that?
Oh, that should be green cut in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nah, it's green fucking. Nah,
Oh, you should enjoy it because he's the one that gets bullied the entire.
the movie is alright.
It's the blue one that's a charge. You should be happy with that.
The movie's good.
Right. Bug's Life. I can't really remember that much about. Wally. Wally was.
I've heard of Wally, but
it was
It's like
alright.
that.
It was alright. Like it's very very preachy kind of film. Yeah, no, I'm a big. Actually, looking here, there's a few that I've forgotten.
put it this
about.
way, big fan. Right? I'd go to a movie and watch one of these.
Yeah.
But you fling a Marvel movie my way, keep it.
Well, then, whereabouts you think it deserves to be on the wall?
So like, I'd two things. I'd watch it on a night out if I came back for a night out and I was a bit hungover and I needed a movie.
Yeah, I just like whack on the background
Like,
and that.
give me a come down movie. I'd put on The Incredibles or something like that. For that very reason, I'd say it's up there with stand-up comedians by far.
You think it's high as that?
I can't begin to tell you the joy cars bring me. And The Incredibles.
I never knew your joy for fucking Lightning Mcqueen.
Honestly, Lightning Mcqueen deserves to be up there with YouTube, but obviously, you know, I've got to reel my feelings in a bit.
Okay. I maybe not saying quite as high, but I think maybe about there.
That's absolutely fucking outrageous.
You're telling me to
I'd rather, you know something? Imagine eating a munchie box, playing Minecraft while Pixar's movies are in the background. That's what I see there.
That's your life. Sorted.
Glorious, man. Absolutely glorious.
Right, go and grab the next one out.
The shoe.
Or is it me? Give my room soon. Oh, this is. I hope this fucking one would come out so much.
This is a total
topic. Right, so the topic is camping. Right, now, camping, I have to say right now, is the biggest load of shite that has ever existed in my entire life. I'm not joking about that when I say it, right?
Here's the way I see it, right?
Right.
So this topic completely you, right? Because you've been there, you've done that, right?
Yeah.
Now, the way I see it is, right, absolutely fucking good vibes. All around the campfire, drinking, marshmallows, mates, flinging a fucking rod in the water. Oof.
Yeah. Right.
In reality, I know it's cold, windy, shite banter. That's
exactly right. Every single camping trip I've always been on, never wanted to be the cunt that wants to go. Everyone's always like, it's going to be great fun, it's going to be great. You know, I've obviously recently done the West Highland Way and I got to experience it. What a load of shite it is, by the way. You walk 15 miles and then you need to erect your own house, which, by the way, is, you know, fucking stuck into a bag that's about that big. Struggle to get up. Once you put up, you've dragged... Once you've got the tent up, you need to then fucking, you know, you drag dirt and that into it. You know, it's fucking hot as well if the sun's beating down on it. If it's raining, fucking miserable, the ground's wet, you're fucking soaked, or your gear's soaked. My only thing that says camping is good is if a cunt turns up in a motorhome, I'm in that. I can live with that, you know, out in the outdoors, you know, playing some tunes, you know, having a few bevies, but when I go inside, I can close the door,
You're fine with glamping.
Aye, 100%.
Right, here's my thing with camping, right? I feel like if the tent was up and I walked in and I sat down and started pushing down the rain, I could sit there for hours listening to it.
Right, but again, you could, if you really want to do that, you can sit in a motorhome and play fucking rain sound effects on your phone.
Right, it's not the same.
Okay.
Right. But I'm not going to go camping just to experience it. I'll sit in my car and listen to the fucking...
I was all for when we done the West Island Way that we slept in our cars. I would have 100% preferred that, but, you know, they wanted it that way. That's fair enough.
For me, camping is somebody that's not done it, but...
Have you never done it at all?
No. And for me, based on the route...
It's fucking I don't care what...
Based on expectations and reality, it sits right fucking here.
Netflix. It's lower than Netflix. I'd say it's not quite on classicals and musicals, but it's very fucking close to that, okay?
Would you rather have a bottle of Zambuca or go camping?
Oh, fuck, that's a really... Like, do I have to finish the full bottle, or...
You need to go through half it.
I think I'd maybe just take camping at that point.
Okay.
But no, like, I'm serious when I say that, like, because all my mates from school love it. They think it's the Doug's bollocks. And it just put a bit underneath it, just so it's a bit more spread out. But in reality, camping is the biggest load of pish that's ever existed. Like, all my friends are like, oh, it's great. Like, what's better than staying outside with your mates? I don't know, fucking going to someone's gaff and just, you know, enjoying yourselves there, sleeping on the sofa afterwards. Yeah, exactly. You're warm, you know, you've got booze, you don't have to worry about, you know, fucking midges. Midges are nothing as well. Fucking hell.
You know what, fuck it, that deserves to be there. Just for that alone. I've got a next topic.
Go on.
Quite a shite topic, to be honest.
Go on.
Sledging.
Oh.
I feel like it's quite a tame, boring, not even 5 minute journey. Not even a 5 minute discussion here. For me, sledging is...
It's pretty good fun, I have to say.
It's a joyous occasion for 3 minutes and 46 seconds, and then that's you done.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like most of my sexual encounters. Honestly, it's... You know, sledging brings me more joy. How about that? No.
To the lasses as well, yeah.
No, they get no joy out of it.
Speaking of which, by the way, I told Fergus that if you could Eiffel Tower with anyone, it would be him. He was very honoured that you.
Good.
He said that's the biggest honour he's ever received.
Good. I'm honestly, Fergus, if you're watching, let's get it sorted.
Get it under wrapped out. Me and my friend will Eiffel Tower you.
No, it's legend. It's called Whyte. Gives you about 3 minutes 46 seconds of joy, and then that's you done for me.
I do
You
like.
go up, down, up, down. It's like a shite sex experience. You go up, down, push.
It really worries me how much you compare this to sex. I'm not gonna lie.
Um,
No, I mean, you mind back 3 years ago when we had that big snowstorm and we were all fucking trapped indoors for 2 weeks. I went back out with college mates and that just for a bit of banter. It was fuck it, because back at where my mum's street is, there's that big hill that goes down just to the side of the main road.
yeah.
Yeah, just going up and down that, it was fucking funny as shit. Just trying to crawl back up it when it was icy as shit. It was kind of miserable, but also kind of
When
fun.
you're a wee guy, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it as a wee guy, but see, being 23 and born now, nah.
I could sort of see if tomorrow it fucking snowed down.
it's still good,
yeah.
If I was invited, it
Of course.
But for me, it's borderline quality because the joy is.
I think it's maybe about KFC kind of level. Would you accept that?
Aye, I'm fine with that.
No.
I'm fine with that. Quite a boring topic, to be honest.
Listen, you need to have a big. Listen, you need to have a big mix.
Expected a lot better.
Listen, we need to have a mix. Right, go on. Was it me next? Or
Sure.
you? Right, go on. Can't see it. Have a wee fumble. Woohoo! Now, as you can probably, I'm not sure if this will pick up on camera, but the printer at this point was starting to run out of ink when we done this.
There's no way you picked it up, but anyway.
Either way, the good old fashioned toasting machine.
So, are we basing this off a George Foreman or just a toasting machine?
I mean, what's the difference, to be honest?
Oh, I can't believe you bashed that.
I genuinely don't know.
You serious?
What's the
Right,
difference?
so a toasty does toasties.
Yeah. George Foreman does everything.
Does square sausage, fucking everything.
Aye, we'll say George Foreman then.
George
as well.
Foreman's.
Yeah.
Talk to you, honestly. I'd go as far to say George Foreman's turn me on.
What's it with you and sex and man, for fuck's sake?
No, real talk, right? Right, so square sausage, you're an avid goer of a square sausage.
I do. I am a big fan of it.
Partial.
I'm a big fan of the Lorne.
Right. Now, that alone, by the way, if anyone in England still know it, you're a fucking weirdo.
Oh my god, see when I used to work at Dobie's by the way, and we used to do the breakfast, the amount of fucking people that I had to say oh, you want square sausage, and they're like, what? And we're like, Lorne, and then they're just like, it's like, right, imagine a sausage, right, but it's square.
Right.
By the way, million times better than fucking links.
Oh, by far.
You know as well, Fucking Kim, Sam's girlfriend, has the cheek to say that Lorne's disgusting and that the only way you should eat it is links. Fucking shocking behaviour.
Aye, no, back to Germany. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
See the thing with links, right?
Mm.
No, links, sorry, square sausage.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You fling that in a frying pan, right? You don't need cooking fat,
Mm.
right? You don't need cooking oil.
Yeah.
You need nothing. Fuck it in a pan, turn the heat on, and it's in juice cooks it.
Yeah, nah.
That alone, sexual, right?
Stop today. You're too horny.
Get this. Fire it in the George Foreman, right? And the beauty is it doesn't sit in its own juice. The juice trickles down and goes into the wee bit that catches it.
Yeah, the ketchup.
So see when you pull it out, it tastes 20 times better because it's no sat in its own fucking fat the whole time. Oh, you're a fucking cunt, by the way. George Foreman's up there with the best.
I can, right, okay, so where we put, because I can clearly tell you're very passionate about this project, and to be honest, even just you saying it now makes me kind of regret that we didn't eat before doing this, to be honest, so.
For me, George Foreman's on par with, again, stand-up comedians, by far.
So, you're saying kind of Pixar kind of level?
No, better than FIFA.
Well, yeah, so I'm saying on level with Pixar kind of.
Definitely.
Oh, so I pass it.
Um,
I can back that, because I mean...
And obviously you can make toasties and you can... There's a magnitude of things that you can do with George Foreman, but God bless it, because it's some fucking piece of equipment.
What was that? What number are we on now?
Well, I've made a state of the blue tax, so we've got 4 left.
Oh, what a prepared man.
Yes. Yeah. You don't need. Oh, there's one already hanging out, so we'll use that. Oh, fuck me. Right, magazines.
Right. Is that like...
Spelt
well,
incorrectly as well.
I mean, dyslexic, what do you expect?
Fuck you.
This is what I get. Nothing but racially abused on my own
All I'm
podcast.
saying is, he claims dyslexia. It's never been proven.
It literally has. I've literally got forms that prove I'm dyslexic.
Where's your papers?
And literally on this computer.
Of course, that computer can't see.
Fucking tadge up.
You know what's easy, right? You've got a computer there, you could have fucking googled how to spell it prior. Anyway, now.
I clearly thought it was right, that's why I put it down. Either way.
For me, magazines, utter shite. They are filled with utter pish for total moz. Right? Who wants to keep up with the Kardashians on a piece of paper? Fling it on a TV show. I don't need to watch it. I don't need to see it. I walk in to buy a sun in the morning for my dad, for example, and you're fronted with nothing shy of sheer shit.
I mean, the fact you're still buying your dad the sun's fucking bad enough, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
You're factually fucking stupid, right? But that's neither here nor there. Magazines are nothing shy of shite. They're filled with shite. They are shite. Utter shite. Have I mentioned, by the way, they're fucking shite.
I don't think you have. What are they?
Pure shite. But, you know what I do like, though?
What?
The idea of a magazine being in the paper.
Well, like, so you get, like, the handout in the middle, yeah.
Yeah. The reason being is because it makes it feel chunkier. For no other reason than that, though. Because I would get a magazine and chuck it away.
The only slight thing, the only reason, I'm not saying very, very end, so have you ever seen a classic car magazine? Oof.
Right, nah.
Stuck in, no. I would never buy one. Talking about, you know, back in the day when you're a wee bear, you're stuck in the dentist's. Just, you need something to fucking do, otherwise you're going to
You know what I would have accepted? Match attack.
Actually, no, you're on to a fair point, actually.
That's
here.
what I would have accepted from you, but I can't.
Panini cards as well.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
That you use a magazine type booklet for.
What else is there? Was like Top Gear as well, I think.
No, something. See, for that alone, by the way, I would say it's nowhere near the bottom. I'd say it's up here. For those two, well, those three.
No, not quite. Like slightly lower, but not too much lower.
Here's what I see. I'd rather have magazines and collect cards than a Range Rover.
Show me where you're going to pay that.
There.
I'll say that's fair. I will leave it there.
I
see that might get. I'm looking at it now. I'm thinking, are Netflix documentaries that bad? But do you know what? There was spoken that
no, but they are shit.
You know what Ewan as well had the cheek to say the other day when he was around watching football, that this was somehow incorrect. I mean, this is literally. If anyone ever asks you, by the way, what do you think, by the way, of, like, say, Nintendo, all you need to do is go back on the podcast and see where we've put it, and that is your opinion. It doesn't need to change beyond that, quite frankly.
Exactly.
Right.
Lovely.
Let's see it. Again, the fucking roguish ones that you've... Have you ever done geocaching?
I have not.
Do you know what it is?
Is that the thing that somebody leaves something somewhere and then you go...
Yeah, right. Okay, so for those that aren't aware of what geocaching is, basically there's a wee app that you download. I don't know if it's anywhere other than Britain, but you know it's quite prominent here. Basically, you go in the app and basically you get rough like coordinates of where like a tiny wee item is, right?
Yeah.
And basically you go to that wee area and it's within like a couple of 100 yards and you need to like search around and try and find it. Yeah. Sometimes there's wee bits of treasure in there for you to keep, other times like, you know, they ask you to... like... It's a good way, like I will say, right, it's a good way just to go out and randomly explore like sort of countryside areas. Like I'd done it a lot back in the day with like Lewis and Chloe and that, and like see as well for like a place like Stirling, they've got something like over 1,000 in Stirling, and you sort of think, what the fuck are these things, like, basically, like, and it takes you a long time as well to do them, because like you'll fucking travel for like 10 minutes to get to one, and then you're around there for like 20 minutes just trying to find this thing. And don't get me wrong, as a man with no patience, it does my tits in, but it also is like, it's a great feeling when you finally find it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, it is a bit pointless, there's not really an end goal as such, other than I suppose to complete all of them in your area. But I mean, you don't get like a reward as far as I'm aware for doing that.
Yeah.
And obviously as well, you might unfortunately run into those where they might be lost. But obviously there's going to be no one there to tell you if it's lost. So you might just be fucking fanning about for ages, trying to look for something that's not there.
That would be the part that would get to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't do this personally. Right?
Would you not?
Nah, I just find it dead fucking... Better ways to spend my time.
Fair.
So,
Yeah, I think it's like I think it's like a relatively good way to like hang out with mates, just like something different to do. As such.
It's something different. It's quite a good idea in that sense. But for me, it would be a case of very, very, very fucking boring.
No, I can get that.
Somebody like Dylan would back that. He would be well into that.
Yeah.
Because he's weird.
Is that what you're saying? Only weirdos play it?
Yes. So you fling me with a game like that, you can sort yourself. But you know.
Like, where would you put it all instead? Because like I can see that you back the idea, but
based on the idea and based on I've seen it once in a video. It's right on the fence because it's a good idea, but it's a pointless idea at the same time.
I'll back you on that. Like, right, like I presume you mean just on quality sort of thing.
No, I meant like a writing fucking video.
Right, okay. Well, I was kind of thinking about there, so we'll go in about there.
It's a total disgrace for you.
Well,
and I know you know it's a disgrace, but you know what? You know, sure what? Say this.
What you got?
Oh, what a disgusting topic.
Go on.
Crossover SUVs.
Oh, another car one to go on the board. Nah, like, I will be honest, worse than Range Rovers and that.
Oh, by fucking far. The fact you've even associated a topic that's worse than SUVs with still title SUV in it makes me sick.
Listen, we needed more stuff in the shite.
There's a fucking hybrid SUVs in here now. Because honestly,
nah.
I will fucking be sick in the bag. They're shite.
Yeah.
Utter shite.
They are a bit pointless, aren't they?
Aye. For me, they're on par with Netflix documentaries.
I can back that. They are. I mean, the thing is, right, like, although we've kind of slagged off SUVs, it is kind of the thing of just, like, they have a purpose, so they can go off-road. So, like, if you are a fucking farmer, you can use that if you need to like, herd the sheep and that. If, however, you know, like, what's the point in owning those? Because they're not four-wheel drive.
No.
They are slightly taller, so as a result, they're slower than their, like, you know, hatchback counterparts. The only thing is you get slightly more headroom. That's literally the only difference between that and a hatchback. Everything else is worse. It's more expensive. It's just, yeah, it's shitter, basically. I think that's a fair place to put it. Is there a benefit to them at all?
They get you for A to B.
Their headroom's bigger as well. Is that it?
A to B.
Yeah, that's it.
It drives.
Yeah. Out of all the car ones, I think that'll be the worst that we've got.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely. You're on the last one.
Is it? Have we really done 10 already?
Yeah.
We've kind of fired through this week, haven't we?
Aye, well, I've been shite ones.
Ah, fuck. There's another one.
Oh, fuck me.
We might have to do a bonus one at the end of this.
Let's see it. What is it?
Tabloid papers.
Oh, right. Fucking hell.
Right. I mean, first off, you know, Justice for 96. So, I mean, it's gone right down there. Secondly, again, similar to magazines, what load of shite they printed. Thirdly, Piers Morgan.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, like, I know he's not currently the editor, but I mean, you know, for that reason alone, the fact he was associated.
They should be on the fucking door.
Yeah.
That's
and I mean, you know, apologies to Graham, you know, being the journalist and all that he is, but, you know, it's gone in shite. And I mean, to be perfectly honest, I think they're worse than Netflix documentaries. Not quite as bad as Camp. Actually, no, put on level in Netflix because it's not as bad as Camping.
You'd rather sit and read The Sun than go camping?
Actually, I take it back. Put it lower than Camping.
Okay.
Thank you. Fuck The Sun. Right, we have to do one more for...
The Sun's probably the best.
No, don't. Right, no, we're not getting into this. Right, do one more for... We need to do one more for...
Like, tabloids, Sun is
no,
the best.
Jamie, I'm not talking about this. Jamie, move on. Pick another one. We're doing a bonus.
The bonus one, by the way, Sun paper.
No, Jamie, pick a bonus and shut up.
This, right, okay. I would really like to say...
Yeah, I know, right. Do you
I
what?
got
Do you
very,
what
very-
though? Do you what though? Well, yeah, go on. Fuck it.
I thought that.
Yeah, no, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Right, so
We'll do what you want to
the
do.
topic is wearing a suit.
No, but I'll change it to the actual program if you want,
Um,
because you know we need a good end.
Just briefly though, right? Wearing a suit, banging.
I love it.
Aye, it's some feeling.
It's totally pointless in the modern day.
Oh, absolutely. But
It is. You feel like the dog's bollocks, don't you? When you
it's
put
a
on a
fucking
suit.
banging feeling. But aye, absolutely. Every part. You do get. You need a cold brick spray for a suit. You wear it in the heat. Oh, it can be a bit weird. But
Can be a bastard.
aye, but no, definitely
Right.
it makes you feel like a modern fucking gaffer.
See, when I was in Jersey and that, like going to my office job, I had to wear a suit. Like totally pointless, but what a feeling! Like every day getting up from work and that, just having to like fucking put on a suit and that. I just come back home like, yeah, I'm a fucking man now. You know, I'm doing proper work. You know, but in reality, I'm just booking contractors like to flats. But you know, I'm a proper.
You felt like a bad man.
Yeah, no, like, see if you put me there in a tracky top and that, I just feel like an ordinary work person, but the fact I got to wear a suit to work means that I felt like proper.
You made it better.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll change it. We're changing the topic from wearing a suit.
Yeah,
over.
I mean, anyway, like, just say if it was wearing a suit though, where would you put it on
wearing
the
a
board?
suit is top tier banner.
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably around about Greg's area.
Yeah, I'd even go as maybe say fast FIFA.
Fair.
Yeah.
Aye, you do feel like
Oh, okay, but we are changing it just because we want a good end to this topic. We're changing it to the actual TV show suits,
Right.
which
Have you seen it?
I've seen every single episode and I fucking love it.
Aye.
I seen it from the very third episode when it came out.
Yep.
My Neil, who was previously on the podcast, recommended me to it. What a fucking show!
Yep.
Loved every second of it. And as a result, I've also introduced it to nearly all my friends' group. Not every one of them that's watched it fucking loves it and has seen it all. I've seen it all the way through now twice. I might even go back through and watch a third time.
That's not fair.
I've still yet to see the Jessica spin-off.
Yep.
But what a show. For those that don't know what it is, in case you for some reason never watched it, basically there's a guy on it who basically has a photographic memory, incredible memory, can like only has to read it or see it once and he will remember it. Basically he was due to become a lawyer but basically got caught cheating on an exam. As a result he can never become one. However, due to certain circumstances he runs into a lawyer and as a result is hired even though he doesn't have a law degree. And the first couple of seasons are basically him trying to solve cases whilst also trying to hide the fact that he's not a lawyer.
Yeah.
And the show does kind of expand from there, but that's the basic sort of premise.
Yeah. Arguably one of the best shows I've ever watched.
And he even has ex-royalty on it as well.
Yeah. She's beautiful as well.
I know.
Yeah, no, for me it's up there with the best.
It is indeed. Where are we putting it?
Oh,
Because,
right,
I mean, like, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, like...
It's better than Minecraft.
Yeah, straight away I was going to say I'd rather watch Suits instead of playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
So, about there?
Yep, 100%. In fact, watch this. I'll show you. Right. This is the second run through, right?
Or are you on the second run through as well?
Yeah, for sure. What a fucking show. Let's see. Currently season 7, episode 3.
Oh, so you're quite... It's only 8 seasons, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm close to the end again. No, 9 seasons is.
Is it 9? Fucking hell.
Yeah. Banging show.
Yeah.
With fucking record. In fact, I'm on a higher episode than that. My Netflix is fucked, but it's like no saving my progress.
Bastards.
Aye.
We should move Netflix further down.
Exactly why you're there, you fucking bastards.
Thanks, Jamie's
I'm trying to
Netflix.
get my fucking mirror out and fucking so you can take a long hard look at yourself in it. There's fucking no need. No fucking need. No, Netflix. Fuck you. But anyway, Suits, banging. Watch the show. Outstanding stuff.
The board's actually looking relatively full at the moment, isn't it? It's getting quite full now.
It is.
Yeah.
And, I disagree with...
Nothing, because it's all correct. No, it's all correct. Remember, we don't change anything. What was I going to say there?
Just as a small footnote though, the sandpaper.
No, right, fucking shut up.
What a paper.
It's going to be a bastard when I move and I'm going to have to take all this down.
Yeah, I mean, this is a...
This will be a
That's
problem.
a bridge that you cross when you come here.
It will be. And I mean, when I say I mean we, because, you know, you'll be a great friend that helps out, won't you? I've got that on record now, I can use that against some...
You've also got the record that the Sun's the best paper.
No, it's not. Anyway, right. something before we move on to another topic. I want to kind of ask you. You know, as you know, this is a partial football podcast, and you know they've been listening long enough now. So you know, thanks for the ad revenue.
Bye.
To the 3 people that are left, thank you.
Before you go though, buy this one. Carry on.
No. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, no, right. So there was a heated debate at work today, okay, about a certain team in London known as Arsenal Football Club.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I honestly don't think they're as fucked as they are, okay? Right, now, for those that maybe aren't aware or listening, Arsenal fans have a tendency to kind of lose the plot a wee bit online, I think it's fair to say.
Granted.
They have a bit higher fan base than most clubs, and as a result it's maybe a wee bit more obvious when their fans kind of lose the plot. Mm-hmm. And they've been on quite a steep decline for a minimum the last 5 years, but probably could root it further back than that, to be honest. As a result, though, they've lost their first 2 games, which on paper doesn't sound great. However, I genuinely don't think that I was getting a lot of grief from this in my work. I don't actually think they're as fucked as people think they are. I think they've had a relatively okay window. I think they've signed... they've signed Odegaard, which I think is... No, he's not shite. He's a half-decent player.
Liam.
He's not shite.
Liam, honestly, right? I put my hand on my heart and say he would struggle to get in a West Ham shot.
Right.
I say that with full chest, right? He would struggle to get in a West Ham shot.
Right. Does he get more than 5 assists this year?
Does Jesse Lingard?
Right. No, I'm just saying, for him specifically.
This year,
in this Arsenal team,
yes, he gets more than 5 assists.
Does he get more than 10?
No.
So I think he'd probably get about 10 assists as well.
No chance. They can't go forward. They've got no Aubameyang, no Lacazette because they don't want to play for them. They're playing players like Bukayo Saka, whose confidence is so far in the ground is pretty much.
I don't think he is. I think he's fine. I think
confidence is fucked. They're playing players like Emile Smith Rowe, who is a good young player, way out of the league. He's in the wrong team for the time being. He is a up and coming player, no starter. The only good young player they've got that's playing well, or was playing well, was in that Maitland-Niles. That was the only one that was good at the time.
No, I mean Tierney as well. I mean,
Aye. Coming after you for a statement like that.
Rude bastards coming through.
That Tierney cunt. Tierney's our best player.
Yeah.
The midfield, Granit Xhaka had an outstanding Euros. We spoke about this.
Yeah. He's an alright player. He fills a void. For the time being, he fills a void.
They bought up Thomas Partey for 40 million or something, and they can't shite. Right, he was good at Atletico because the style of football that Atletico played was perfect for him. He could defend for his life under Diego Simeone. He is a fucking useless cunt in England. The back line is terrifying.
Gabriel and Ben Whyte?
Shite.
Both of them?
No, Ben White's no shite, but he's no
50 mil.
He's no 50 mil, and honestly, he doesn't...
25 probably.
He honestly doesn't. Again, I'll go back to it. He doesn't get in a Leicester shot. Who are challenging for top 4. He doesn't get in that shot.
Yeah.
He doesn't get in a Tottenham team.
Yeah. He probably gets in Tottenham at the moment. Just.
Maybe. Doesn't get in the Man U shot, which is fucking mind blowing considering they've got Harry Maguire at the back.
Yeah, if there is a Man United fan watching.
Fuck me.
I know, fuck him indeed.
No, genuinely, I feel like Arsenal's had a terrible window.
I don't think they've had a terrible window.
Terrible window.
I prefer their business that they've done now compared to the old-fashioned business.
Relay to me the good signings or the good parts of the window.
Right, Ben White's an overpayment, but it's a player they needed and they got through the door. That's fine in my opinion. Ramsdale, an overpayment again. They needed a backup keeper. That's fine. He will only be playing. He's literally a cunt to sit on the bench.
Who's our number 1 keeper?
Leno.
Shite.
He's not shite. He's actually half decent, but he
made one good save.
He's leaving on a free though next year, so that's a bit of a problem. Who else did they sign? Odegaard, I think, is a decent signing for 30 mil. Well, it was that or 70 mil for Maddison.
Do you honestly believe what you're saying.
Yeah.
Odegaard.
No, genuinely, yeah.
Seriously.
For 30 mil, I think it's a hard right signing.
You couldn't be further wrong, by the way. You normally are pretty accurate with football, and I'd hate to
There is
admit
2
it.
seasons going.
And I hate to admit it, but you are so fucking wrong with the Arsenal signings.
No,
Name one of the cunts were debating me today, because you are so fucking wrong.
No, right, okay, no. Here's the point though, where the argument came to, right? If Arsenal, like, where do you think Arsenal should be finishing for it to be considered a success? Like, what's the lowest position they need to finish for it to be considered a six? Right, so you're saying 6 is a success.
6 is successful for Arsenal.
Right. If they finish,
'Cause it's Europa.
if they finish 8th or lower, is that a failure straight up?
No.
Right.
It's a normal season for them.
Right. See, that's what I said. So if I said to them, if they finish at 8th, that's fine. That's calm. It's not
it's
great.
not fine.
Well, it's not fine. No. My point being,
The reason you've been debated with is because based on the money that Arsenal charge for you to go watch them, based on the money that they have, based on what Arsenal wear, they should be a top 4 side.
oh no,
Yeah.
it should be.
But if you think this window is good and an 8th place finish is good,
No. I said acceptable for
No,
what the
it's
team is.
no, absolutely not. It's a normal position for them to finish because again they've still got more money. Where they should be finishing, they should be challenging for Europa minimum.
Oh yeah.
But realistically, what I think of Arsenal is they're a 10th place team if you're lucky.
I'm pretty confident they'll finish between 6th and 8th this season.
No, I don't think they'll get European football. I can't see it.
You'll have a wee bit.
Aye, I back it fully.
Okay, so you're saying they finish lower than 8th then?
No, Europa League 6th place, isn't it? So I say they finish below 6. So 7th or 8th.
Right, okay, so I was going to say that they finish between 6th and 8th then.
I back they'll finish 9th, 10th. I mean,
You're saying that, yeah.
What I'm saying is that they'll not get European football. I know
Yeah,
that for a fact.
no, that's fine. I'm not saying necessarily they will, but I'm saying they'll finish between 6th and 8th this season.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to accept that bit or not?
Well, no, because
that's fine.
I partially agree that they could finish 7th or 8th.
I think it's more just the thing as well. Like you look at the previous windows as well, when like they signed like fucking Pepe for 70 million, where they've bought like Louise, where they've bought Willian as well. Like
Louise
players
wasn't
in
a bad signing.
No, he
Willian
was
was a
fine.
terrible signing.
Yeah, no. But
Willian's a good player.
But that's the point. Like I'm not glad. I couldn't care less where they finished, to be honest. But like for them, at least, I think it's good that they're trying to invest in younger players that might, grow into something better rather than just going for fuck it. I'll take like 3 cunts in their mid-30s. Hopefully they'll get us to top 4 now. It can be a proper rebuild job. When clearly the cunts that go there go for a decent wage packet.
If you're basing it off youth, then obviously Ramsdale, Ben Whyte, and Odegaard have that on their side.
Yeah.
But
To grow into
two
better
of them
players as well.
are no use whatsoever. One does not suit the league at all. One is a backup keeper, and he's not even a good one at it. And Ben Whyte is an alright defender. No, in fact, he's a good defender.
Yeah.
Knowing that shot, though.
Wait and see.
Yeah.
That is well.
You are wrong in the debate with your work colleagues.
I think it just depends where they finish the end of the year, Because, Well,
you hold your hands up and admit you were fucking so far wrong when Odegaard gets 4 assists.
if he gets less than 5 assists this year, I will hold my hands up and say I was wrong.
And that is shite.
If he plays, if he actually plays a decent amount, not
Plays
if,
15 games and gets 4 assists. It's not acceptable. No, come on.
1 in 3? Yeah, okay, fair enough. If he'd done it in
He's
like
got
10
to get
games...
minimum 8 assists if he plays 15 games.
I don't know, I think he'll play like 25,
He's playing
30.
in a £100 million team minimum.
Yeah, I know.
He's got to
Like,
get 8 assists.
He'll play like 20 to 30 games, I imagine, this year.
Aye, I would imagine that he'll not miss a game if he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
I think he'll play him in every game if he can, but it brings nothing to the team.
Either way, though, I think it's not quite as bad as they're making out to be. I think after the City game, things will improve for them. Like, I generally think after the
You
City
don't
game...
think it's as bad as it's made out? They are in a fucking crisis, by the way. See if there's one team that is genuinely in a crisis, Arsenal is the first team that comes to me.
It's honestly not that bad. I think they
You
have
are so
points to
wrong,
work from.
man. So they are a decorated side, right, with a lot of history,
Right.
and you're trying to tell me, as a fan of Liverpool, if we all of a sudden, right, started finishing and getting results like them, you would
Right.
be accepting.
No,
you would be
but-
accepting of 8th place.
No,
Be
no,
honest.
but here's the thing though, right? Do you remember where we were like back under the Roy Hodgson second time Dalglish came back, even the early days of Rodgers when we were finishing 8th and that, right? I'd argue we didn't necessarily have a better team than what Arsenal does at the moment. We had better players. We had obviously like Gerrard. We had, at the we had the start of Suarez during that really bad period. We also had, half decent players like Lucas Leiva, Daniel Agger as well. But like obviously like they were surrounded by shite like, Jay Spear, Charlie Adam, players like that, John Henderson at the start when he could barely kick a ball. And we were finishing 8th then. And I'd argue that was, obviously in an era where the Prem wasn't as competitive as it was now. Like, that was bad. Like, I'd argue that was worse. Like, that period that we were in then is worse than what Arsenal are in now. I don't think they're a million miles off of it.
I'll tell you why it's no. Because they've invested in the last 3 years in excess of £150 million.
Yeah,
We didn't do that.
true.
And we still had a better rise than what they are currently going through.
True.
Hence why I say Arsenal were in a genuine crisis. Do you know how much it is for an Arsenal season ticket?
It's like $1,000 or something, isn't
Way
it?
more than that.
Is it?
£2,500 for a season. You tell me that you would pay £2,500
No.
to finish 8th place.
No.
Say you were wealthy. Say you were a fucking millionaire. Would you still want to pay fucking £2,500 to finish 8th place each season?
Potentially, because I could hook you off the ticket to someone else and they can pay me like stupid money for it.
Did you see their stadium? They were allowed a max stadium. They barely filled it.
Well, for the Chelsea game.
Was it Chelsea? No, sorry.
No, Chelsea.
Chelsea,
the ones
aye,
that-
aye.
yeah.
It's embarrassing, mate. That they are in a genuine crisis, whether people will admit it or not. Now, granted, it's massively to do with the owners, but they've spent a fair amount of money on granted shite players, and they're not benefiting from it. But if Liverpool were in the exact same position of potentially finishing 8th this season, having spent that money, I would be so far gone, I'd be lost for words. If we had, let's assume, right, Salah, Mane and Jota, right, are mid-30s. Salah's still scoring 20 goals a season, right? Mane's
Love to hear it.
still getting 10, 15. And Jota started to play a bit better than what he was, right? But, say they start to fade, right? And we go and invest in a 32-year-old striker to replace Jota, and we pay 45 million for him, and our situation doesn't improve. We'll spend 40 mil on a dud. Do you know what I mean? That's his position Arsenal's in. They went and spent fucking millions on William, David Luiz, that sort of. Well, they never played for William, but obviously,
And wages. It'll be
and
millions.
wages. These players for fuck all.
Yeah.
They brought nothing. Aubameyang was a terrible signing,
Yeah.
right? Because
Well,
it was on the decline. Lacazette was a shocking signing. They should never have done that. Granted, don't get me wrong. Like Arsenal obviously won the was it the
FA Cup.
FA Cup last? No,
it was last year, right?
was it last year?
No, 2 years
2 years ago now. Is it merited that they bought Aubameyang for that? Maybe, because that's a prestigious trophy. And you know what? They've won something in the last 3 years. That's more than
A lot of teams.
a lot of teams. It's more than Tottenham, But I would not personally pay £2,500 behind earned money to go watch that to finish 8th place and potentially get an FA Cup. It's not worth it. Look at Chelsea. Won a Champions League last year. Who would have thought that, by the way? Do you know what I mean?
Sam Littlejohn.
Somehow, by the way. Madness. Nah, I feel like they're in a crisis and you're kind of... I think if you supported them, you would realise it.
Yeah, maybe.
If you had a love for
It's that thing of like I think don't judge it quite yet. I'm saying like October, November time, really judge it then.
What if they're 14th come November?
Then yeah, I'll accept they're on a crisis. So the next important thing which everyone's been waiting for, and this will hopefully bring the viewers back. Jamie's Love Island review. what you got for me this week? What's been happening on the old sesh?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
No, we'll talk about it though.
Alright, okay. So why don't you want to talk about it?
So Millie and Liam won the show.
Oh, it's finished?
Yep.
Thank fuck. Right, who are they? What do they do?
So obviously, I told you they went to the other villa.
Yeah, and they had options with the other
Exactly.
blokes and that.
So this guy, Liam, Welsh sheep shagging cunt, went into the other villa, done the dirty.
So like he was like a newcomer to the show.
No. He was a pre-existing cum.
Like he was already there from the start.
And he went into the new villa, having been coupled up with Millie. He went into the new villa, go with Lily.
Millie and Lily.
Fair few times.
That did.
Walk back as if nothing had happened. Go back with Millie, pretending like nothing had happened.
Oof.
Then Lily came in, told Millie everything, went home.
What, she went home?
No, Lily went home. So she came in, she got brought into the villa.
To fucking stuff shit.
And go home. And they were there like the producers, masterclass.
Imagine that. Imagine being known for that though. Imagine just basically known as like a boyfriend thief, basically.
So,
because like that's all she'll get enough comments for weeks now.
Aye. So she got with Liam a couple of times, and they went back into the other villa, pretending like nothing happened. Lily came in, told her everything, and she fell at them and was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you did it." Eventually took him back.
Why?
She's a tart, right? A tit, I mean. Either way, right, she's a cow.
Jamie's feeling the heat a wee bit at the moment.
Stupidity, taking the Welsh sheep shagging cunt back. But anyway, she took him back.
Is that why you hate him? Is it just because he's Welsh?
No, he done the dirty, wasn't he? Right. Millie's a nice lassie, and she was all for him. And he done the dirty.
Set her being a tit.
She was a tit though. She took him back like a tit. And then they did a thing towards the end, like in the final, where the parents come in for each couple.
Right.
So they get to meet the parents.
Right.
And Millie's mom and sister.
Are they just like, you know, like how, because from the very little I've seen the show, like they just sit about the pool most of the day and that. The parents just come in like the full fucking, like, you know, their shorts and that, and like in their bikinis and that.
No, no bikinis, but they come in like they're on holiday.
Aye, and just
you know,
like sit about the gaff and that, yeah.
No, they come in to specifically meet
their
daughter or son's partner.
Yeah. Do the parents meet each other as well?
Aye,
like, yeah,
aye.
right, okay.
The parents came in, Millie's sister and Ma came in. She went, "We love Liam. He's great. Treats you well. You watching the same show as me, you fucking tit."
Maybe they didn't watch it, maybe that's how they didn't know.
No, they did watch it.
Yeah.
Now, the only explanation is they wanted their daughter to win the 50k. Now, if that is the case, fair enough.
Is it 50k each or 50?
50k.
Oh, you told me that about the. Oh wait, I need to know that because this is the bit I was looking forward to. Is
Chloe and the guy for hashtag was the other finalist?
Oh, Toby.
They two were the other finalists.
How many lasses did he end up with then? Because you said 4. He was on like.
He started with Chloe, and it was a great relationship. It was so funny. The two of them were funny as fuck with each other, right? But they never won. Fuck the public. Anyway, Millie and Liam steps up. Millie gets a 50k. She gets asked, split her share. She shares it. The most anticlimactic, depressing end I've ever seen. See if Liam had got the 50k and then he got asked, split or steal.
He would have stolen.
He could have. There was an inkling, I was like, he could do it.
Who is it that gets asked? Like, is it just randomly decided?
No. So they both get to pick an envelope, a colour. They pick the colour.
And then whoever's in that's the one.
And whoever has the 50k has then got the option to split or steal. So if he got it 50k, he could have stolen, but he never.
Yeah, but like you said, she was a 10. She made the wrong decision.
So she shared the 50k with him. They'll split up outside.
How long you been? Not that we probably should be betting on this.
A month. I'll tell you why. He stays in Wales, and she stays in Essex. It's a Gavin and Stacey situation.
Oh my God, yeah, just a lot less romantic and without Rob Brydon as well.
Exactly. No James Corden.
Thankfully.
It's embarrassing you've said that. Honestly, shite season.
Yeah, see, you were telling me things are, picking up.
Oh, it did pick up because that's how shite the fucking start it was. But in all in all, rating out of 10, 4. 4.
And are you looking forward to this supposed winter one as well, or?
Aye, obviously. It's a good time. It's great.
Do you not hear yourself like, oh, a 4 out of 10 for watching virtually every day for how long? How many months was it? Like 2 months?
Aye. 8 weeks. Honestly, it's great telly.
Even though it was a 4 out of 10, as you just said.
Aye. I still enjoyed every moment of it.
You clearly didn't, though, because you said it was a 4 out of 10. It's less than average.
Right, it was a 10 out of 10 because I spent most of it watching it with Taylor, right? So the company was good. But the show, 4 out of 10.
Right, okay, so you enjoyed your time with your pal. There's a difference there.
I
enjoy watching shite TV with my pals as well. I wouldn't say the TV show was great. I'd say
the TV show is normally great. This year it was a 4 out of 10.
Right, I mean, a lot of TVs, have their prime and they also have their decline. Is this the decline?
No. Let's not talk shite. Let's not talk tasty.
Because I can see this being like an X Factor style thing. This will go on for another like 10, 15 years. And by the end, it'll be like daft old bastards like you that'll be watching it, no one else.
Fuck up. How about that?
That doesn't really answer my point, though, does it?
No, you're not allowed to ask a question. How about that? We move.
Wow, just very good. And that concludes Jamie's Love Island review of 2021.
Disappointing, right?
Yeah, that's your one word review. Right, okay. I'm glad after all these weeks and finding out more about it, I finally got the ending which I wasn't hoping for. So you might remember back in the old days of Zoom, Jamie, we played a game. I think it might have actually been the very last Zoom one we'd done. We'd done like a Mr. and Mr. sort of thing, like an idea that was proposed to us where we say, like, go through and sort of say, out of like these options, so sort of like, who's the best musician or something like that. We'd have to just decide between me and you.
Like Mr. and Mrs.
But also,
right.
Literally and metaphorically.
Right.
But yeah, so kind of got a similar idea with a wee bit of a twist on it again. Just try and round up the show a wee bit. Basically, it's the most likely to. Okay, so obviously, I've gone online. I found there's some different categories of things that most likely to do, and then obviously we have to try and come to the conclusion which out of us would be the most likely to. Simple enough, easy to get. Hopefully, the audience get it. It'll be interesting because, to be honest, when we done the Mr. and Mr., we were pretty unanimous for a lot of them. We were pretty much saying the same answers. So, wondering if we'll keep it the same for the most likely game as well.
Let's see.
So, first one, who's most likely to get a Guinness World Record? You or moi?
Do we say at the same time or?
I'll let you go first. We'll just do it in turns.
You.
Really? I was going to say you, to be honest.
No, I'm too lazy.
No, well, here's the thing though. I think you would do one by mistake sort of thing. And although you wouldn't be arsed, I reckon someone like Dylan would have seen something gone like, here, that's like a Guinness World Record.
See if it's getting to Glasgow in my Corsa 1.4 SRI.
Just be careful what you're right
in
to say
12 minutes, then fine. I'll take it.
Now, that was obviously done at 70 miles an hour, which is pretty impressive that you'd done it that quick.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think, right, you would do one completely on accident, and then someone like Dylan would say to you, by the way, you kind of broken a world record sort of thing, because he's the type of guy that would know like these world record sorts of things. I think you'd do it on accident and then find out through that.
If we were to be able to go for one, you'd complete it.
Alright, okay. I'll back that on that. But I think more likely to it would be you. Okay. Next one. Most likely to commit a murder.
Oh, by far, me.
Do you want to explain your reason?
By fucking far.
Why?
Right, put me in the same room as Eddie McGee.
It's a very good point.
In fact, put me in the same room as any Pip. Indeed. Simple as.
I reckon you get battered faster, to be honest.
Put Eddie McGee in a room, I swear I'll kill him.
See, the thing is, right,
James McQueen, oh you fucker. I'd kill him.
You only get choose one, who are you picking?
James McQueen. By far. Eddie McGee only went from Scotland to Republic of Ireland. Wasn't too bad. But he's still a pape. But James McQueen's a total scum cunt. He could die tomorrow and I'd laugh.
Right, before this goes any fucking worse, we're just going
Maybe I to cut that out, but I'm not para.
Most likely to be late to the other person's wedding. Me or you?
You.
You? Yeah. Me? Nah, I would never be late, I don't think, for a wedding.
Nobody would be.
Yeah, no. Like, you're saying, like, relatively speaking, you're mostly on time for things.
Mostly? Wow, that's outrageous.
Mostly.
I'm on time at all times. By far. Like,
I can't
it's a fucking scandalous statement, by the way. 1,000,000% would be me.
It would be you.
I've been late to one thing between us, and that was the Zoom call with Mitchell.
I mean, you turned up like 10 or 15, but I'm not counting that. I'm talking about like properly.
Well, if you say to me, right, we need to be in Dunfermline 8 o'clock sharp, I'd be there at 7:30.
Yeah, but I was like, I think that's the problem with this question, because both you and me would turn up early to things because we're actually decent like that.
I'll say you because fuck you.
I'll say you then because fuck you.
Right.
But this is going a lot worse than the Mr. and Mrs.
I'm glad we came in that. Anyway.
We haven't agreed on a single one yet. Who's the most likely to...
I'd commit a murder before you.
Oh yeah, sorry, we agreed on that, yeah.
I'm proud of that as well.
Do you know what we should have done actually before this? We should have asked like Dylan or something like that to like, get
honestly,
like a mediator.
Lock me up and give me James McQueen.
Right, we're moving away from that. Right, okay. Most likely to have children first. First.
You.
Me? I was actually going to say you.
Why?
I just think... Right, actually, here's the thing, right. I reckon, like, see, if you ever do have kids, you just wouldn't say, like, you just, like, one day be like, oh, by the way, Liam, I'm being a dad. And that would be it. Like, you would not make, like, a fuss about it. It would just be like, this is what's happening, by the way. You wouldn't actually, like... I'm not saying you wouldn't be proud or happy or anything. You just wouldn't make a fuss about it, sort of thing.
Right.
But I think, like, because you wouldn't make a fuss about it, you maybe wouldn't, like, you'd just be like, fuck it. If, like, someone asked you, you'd just be like, sure.
No.
Like, I'd be down. Nah, you don't think you would?
I never, ever, 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 ever want a daughter for a start.
Why?
Fuck that, you see, man, no chance. So for that very reason, I'd be reluctant to have kids.
Just for that one reason, in case you had a daughter?
Aye, I'd need to kill it.
What's so wrong with having a daughter?
No, man, fuck that. The way boys treat them and that, no chance. No, fuck that.
Imagine your daughter goes on Love Island.
Nah, she's not my daughter then. Fuck that. No. I get why dads run away when they get a daughter. I get it completely.
What a para.
I would be the guy that goes to the shop to get milk.
Are you saying in this instance that you would be para?
No, I would be sensible.
No.
Sleepless nights when your daughter's not in at 1 o'clock. She's at food bar getting pumped. No chance! I'm out of there. Always remember, where a Johnny. Pull it. Fuck that, by the way. No chance.
Clearly.
For that reason,
if you're a dad listening, clearly Jamie's worried about you.
For a start, you're most likely to get a bird first. Not only that, you're most likely to have kids first.
I'd be fine with it if I was to have kids. I mean, no, like tomorrow, fucking hell, I'd fucking jump in the fourth if that was going to happen tomorrow. Not because I would be that against it, just because I knew I couldn't afford it.
That's fair.
It's more the money sort of side that would always give me the fear. I'd always be up for it, but it's always that thing of just like, fuck. Like, you always have to make sure you can feed, clothe, and, do everything for them. That's the bit that would always give me the fear about it.
Nah, fuck having a girl. No chance.
So,
that makes me sick.
Most likely to be in a car crash. Not necessarily from driving.
You.
No.
Honestly, you. How many times have you crashed?
Once. Statistically then, because most people only ever have one crash in their life, I've been there, I've done it. You've still yet to have yours, which means it's coming up.
You are most likely, because you drive like a bit of a fanny.
No, don't fucking put a slander on me, you cunt.
Trust me, I've been in your car a magnitude of times, and you drive like a bit of a fanny.
I know, I never drive like a fanny.
You harsh brake and take off very quickly.
I never
Liam,
do it.
Look, you can lie all you want.
No,
I'm
not having a slander on me.
You'll grant I drive very fucking quick, right? And I know the capacity of my car.
I do as well. The only reason I'm slightly willing to give this to me over you is because you drive a better car. And
That's
as a
a
result,
fucking outrageous statement.
that's literally the only reason
no
why.
chance, man.
Literally the only reason. I'll give it to me, but only because you've got a better car.
Fucking outrageous for me.
You've seen my Fiat. It's like, it doesn't matter if I'm doing 30 or what. If I go around a corner, it feels like it's going to tip. Right, next. Most likely to phone in sick to work when they're really fine.
Oh, me. Absolutely.
Are you willing to admit on the podcast if you've done this before or not? Or?
1,000,000%. Nah, I'm kidding.
I love how you're just so desperate to admit that you're no para, you'll fucking admit anything now. This
you know something? Me.
Right.
Come Sunday, the old firm, if I was working, I wouldn't be in the shop.
You always get Sundays off anyway.
Right, fine.
Yeah, but in case if that was to happen, you'd be... Even though your
Oh yeah,
boss...
I've got COVID. There you go.
Even though your boss feel like, well, Ken, why you're away?
Fuck him. What's it going to
Are
do?
you listening, Gary?
Prove I'm ill.
Comes round to your gaff, fucking
Take my temperature, watch me have a fucking 50,000 fucking mile an hour wank before he's there. Fucking... Watch me. No fucking chance am I going in. And if he's willing to come round and get me to make sure that I am unwell, he can sit and watch a football with me. How about that? Show you how unwell I am when I'm bouncing about.
Hope you're listening, Gary. And
Fuck
you've got
you, Gary.
I hope you've got the rota sorted for Sunday.
Babe.
Most likely to be a gambling addict.
Only you, because I've got such good self-control with stuff.
I do as well, though. Like, the only reason I'm going to say you as well, even though I don't think it would be you, is just because you gamble a lot more than me. Like, I genuinely hardly ever... I maybe do it once every 6 months now.
I know, see, like, I've not gambled since the old football season.
Have you not actually done any this season yet?
Nah, not done it this season. I never done it all the way through last season either, because I was so invested in Rangers. Never gambled once last year.
Fair enough.
Last season. But it's not because I didn't want to, it's just because I never ever needed to. I was like, nah.
Put it this way, right? If we were both rich, right? Like, say if like both you and me were millionaires and we went to Vegas and that, I happily accept that I would fuck all my money away before you would. So fair enough, I'll be willing to give it to you then. But at this moment in time, I'm actually quite sensible with not gambling anymore with it. But most likely to write a book. Now, I'm dyslexic and you hate reading, and I hate reading as well, so...
Right, as in, could it be written for you though?
So like, you'd be like, ghost
you
writing.
tell a story, aye.
Yeah, well, say that, it's fine.
Yeah.
Really?
Aye, why would I? Dare give a fuck? No. My life's never near interesting enough to come up
No, not necessarily about your life, just saying.
No, just in general. I don't.
Did I see you being the type of guy that's like, write like a superhero Rangers character for like a comic book or something?
I'm not gay. But here's the only reason I would maybe say me is because I'm so stupidly creative that I could talk shite and somebody could put it in a book.
You know, I've known him for 10 years, I've still yet to see this as well. 11, actually, fuck. It's going to be 11 years. In fact, it is 11 years now.
Well, yeah, see if you're upset by that fact, fuck you, you know what I mean?
No, just because it means we're old, you know. But yeah, also I hate you. Most likely to go skydiving?
No, me.
Me, 100%. The thought of that doesn't interest me at all, but you know me, I'm the most spontaneous cunt there is out there. I'll just randomly wake up one day and go, I need to do something.
Honestly, right, take the harness and the safety stuff, I'll do it. Take that out of the equation. Let me just die. I'll do it. But see, when it comes to skydiving, fuck that element of risk. Nah, not for me.
Like, I'm reading it as well, like in tandem as well, so some cunts on your back pulling the cords and that for you as well.
No.
Yeah, fair enough. I also have no interest
Not
in
because
doing
I'm
as well.
para.
Yeah, he has to make sure you know that.
No, because I'm para. Just, no.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't interest...
I'd rather have a danger wank in the house than... That's a risk of element. That's the element of risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah.
Have a wank, start your wank, shouting someday, and have it finished by the time you get there. That's my idea of adrenaline rush.
I mean, I would never say no to it, put it that way. Like, it depends how much it costs. Like, one of the, like, I'm quite glad that one of the fears I don't have is, like, heights. Like, I can deal with heights fine. I think, like, if I was in that moment, I'd be able to do it. I'd be, like, I would be feared going up in the plane, but I'd still do it.
See, I don't worry about heights until I'm up there.
Yeah. See, I would, like...
See, I look down and I go,
yeah.
oh, yeah, I can't buy
Like,
it. But I know
see,
I don't start shaking or I don't get para.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
oh, you can't.
that's fucking far.
Expert analysis by Jimmy Allen.
Because I used to do the roofs when I was plumbing.
Aye.
And you'd be running about in scaffolding.
Yeah.
I wasn't para.
Yeah.
But
you look down.
you're like, oh yeah, that's a wee bit far. You know?
Aye.
That's all right.
My like, see, when I went to Universal and Disney and shit when I was a kid, we like, I could never do any of the roller coasters. Roller coasters always gave me the fear. Like, see anything going upside down, absolutely not, cannot do that. But we went on, like, you ken the Tower of Terror, you know, like, it's a massive, like, fucking 100-foot drop of that. Done that easy, fucking loved that. And everyone else was like too feared to go on that. Just like, nah. I was just like, nah. But like, see anything that involves like doing fucking loops and that, get me the fuck out there. See if it's just fucking falling, I can do that easy. Aye. See, I'm no para to admit that I'm para.
Nah,
which makes it main turn, no para.
Nah, that's paranoia. I've never seen it.
Most likely to turn up to work drunk. Considering I have on quite a few occasions.
I would say.
Yeah.
I've only ever done it once, and never again.
Yeah, I mean, like, you get relatively bad hangovers as well, whereas I just don't get them, so I'm fine with it. I do remember one glorious time going to dusk and then going to my mate's house that I worked with whilst I still worked at Dobie's. You know, staying up till 6:30 and then, you know, going home, showering, get changed, walk to work and that. And then doing a full shift, that was quite an experience, because you know that way where like you don't think that you're drunk and then you suddenly realise, oh shit, I'm actually a wee bit too far gone here. It's just that way of trying desperately to not act drunk then all about work. It's quite a funny challenge actually. You know, you're talking about danger like earlier. Try not to get caught by your boss whilst being drunk. That's another one.
No,
yeah.
you know what, that's fair.
I was actually offered by Jazz to go and watch the Liverpool-Burnley game at the pub when I was at work the other day, but unfortunately I was working when it was, like, I had customers when it was on, but that would have been an interesting challenge as well.
Yeah.
Most likely to become Prime Minister? See, I'd want it to be you, but I think realistically it's probably going to be me.
If we're saying most likely to,
Yeah.
probably you.
Yeah.
But I should be.
Yeah. I'm willing to back that. Just
right
because.
now I should be.
Yeah. I mean, I'd laugh a lot, and I'm sure, Prime Ministers and MPs and that like to give bonuses out to their friends, I'm thinking, podcasts and all that, I can maybe do the same. Make some sort of law about, studios have to give us free space, all that kind of stuff. The important things, for the people.
And fuck Nicola Sturgeon.
Most likely to own a flashy car.
Specify.
No, okay, we'll just say expensive car then. We'll say over 20 grand.
Me. No, I feel like we could both do that.
I think that we could as well. I think at some point in the future we might would, but I'm the type of cunt that will probably get a classic car at some point. You'll just get like a BMW or an Audi or something like that.
I get a BMW.
And you know what I mean though, just like...
insult, by the way.
Sorry, what was that? Golf R? That's something.
Take it. You know what? Cut that out. That's how fucking... I don't want to be associated with that. That's disgusting for you.
Anyway.
I hope BMW is in there, because that's got fucking... Right there. I'd rather have a bottle of Zambuca than a 40 grand fucking BM.
Probably
I'd take an M3 Sport though.
But yeah, no, so...
Well, put it this way actually, I was probably about 4 clicks away from buying an RS3.
How long ago?
2 days ago. 24 grand.
This man said to me about less than a month ago, I'm going to sell my car and get a 2 grand binder.
Aye, but
Times change.
When an 18,000 mile RS3 comes on for 24 grand, you've got to...
Were you doing on finance or going out, right?
Oh no, fucking, finance. Trading my current motor, 24 grand. The motor, realistically, by the way, it got snapped up in 40 minutes.
Was it an RS3 estate or?
Aye, it was it was RS3. It was the 4 doors, if that's what you're talking.
I didn't know if it was like the proper estate.
It was a 3 litre
Yeah.
RS3. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I think I told you one of the boys on you seen you won one of those cars from like those Facebook like deals where it's like paying £1 and that win a car. Like he actually won a RS3 from that.
Okay, boy.
But I mean he sold it straight away. But
Fair though, fair.
yeah, I think he made 20 grand or something from that. So I mean, not bad from a quid. And of course I keep doing it every week, and guess what? I've not won yet. Shocking. That's the worst part as well. So if you never won that, I would never do it. But because there's someone that I know that's won it, I'm just like, so it is possible then.
I used to do the one at BOTB. I used to do that one.
Yeah.
But never won, so fuck it.
Either way. Most likely change their name. Doesn't specify first or last or both. Just most likely to change their name.
So their actual name, not like a title or that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you're inventive. You would want
I appreciate that, thanks.
you probably want to be like fucking Linda Whyte for one day.
Linda Whyte. I can back that. You're right, I can pull off being a Linda.
Absolutely. With that haircut.
Cheers.
Whereas me, I'm content.
I mean, I am as well, but I'm down to be Linda
I wouldn't
Whyte for a day.
You spell white weirdly. But
No, that's the correct way. Seeing the buses that go about. See. Most likely to fight an animal. I reckon you, as your previous experience with seagulls, can come into this.
I hope you're not referring to in the vehicle.
Well, I'm not referring to anything in particular, I'm just saying your experience with seagulls.
Okay. See, I see it as a challenge. When there's a seagull on the road, I want to hit it.
To be fair, I don't blame you. They are flying rats.
They're cunts.
Yeah, they are.
If it's a fight with an animal, actual square go, fuck it. I'll take that.
Yeah. I'm willing to back you, try that.
I enjoy it.
Most... I'd fucking get pleasure out of battering a turtle in death.
I'm no fucking bother.
Most likely to offend a nation. Well, it's you, let's be honest, yeah.
Fuck
and you'd enjoy it, yeah. I mean, straight away.
Here's the thing, I'd love to just take a turtle and turn it upside down and watch it.
You're a cunt, by the way.
How funny would that be?
You are such a cunt.
Could you imagine taking a turtle?
Yeah, you're such a cunt. It's unreal,
take a turtle, fling it upside down, and watch it struggle. How fucking funny!
See if you're the type of bastard that probably would have gone in fields and tipped cows over and shit and just laugh at them. Nah,
see, that's just pure that. I'm not.
That's a fucking pure as well.
No, because I would obviously turn it back. I would just like to see it struggle for a bit. That's fucking funny as fuck.
Sick bastard. Most likely to move abroad to Lammies. Actually,
not sure.
See, I could see you like go to Greece and that.
Chance.
Would you not? Not even like for a year or that?
Never.
Right. Well, fair enough. Then it looks like it would be me. To be fair, I mean we're not really counting it, but I did technically, I suppose, for a very small amount of time. Yeah.
Never forget that.
Most likely to become an actor.
Me, by far. I'm outstanding in every.
When's the really 3 happening with you?
Anything.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
Honestly, I've got accents. I've got everything. I've got a full package.
One day when Area 3 is released and you see Jamie in his gangster role, you'll see acting privilege.
Oh, honestly, what? I would be fucking outstanding. I want to be outstanding.
Yeah, well, we'll see it, in maybe like 5 years or something when the production's finished. Most likely to pay for everyone's drinks at the pub. It did say club originally, but I changed it to pub.
At a pub? I'd be pretty blurred. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd get around.
I think you and me both would, quite happily. I quite happily would buy drinks and that. I don't give a fuck. I'm the type. I realise more and more recently with everything opening up how much money I've been spending in the pub, and it's quite an alarming amount to say the least. Especially considering most of it isn't my drink. So, would you say you do it as well then?
By far.
Yeah, I'll say you then. Fair enough. Fuck it. Any more? Most likely to go 5 days without showering.
Yeah.
Nah, you.
No fucking
I literally take 2 showers a day at this point. I can't go without it.
Right, Liam.
Are you saying you take more than 2 showers a day?
I'm saying nobody takes more than 2 showers a day on a normal day.
Yeah, true. Unless it's hot as fuck.
Aye. Here's the thing. I shower every day without fail as
As you should do.
And as everybody should, right?
If you don't, unless obviously you have a medical condition, you're a manky bastard.
Aye. But even when I'm ill, I'll still find the power and will.
Oh, but there is not, like, see yesterday when I was fucked after the vaccine, not, like, genuinely, fully, like, I felt like I'm, like, not like a born again man, but there's nothing better feeling than when you're ill going in, like, a freezing cold shower, just getting the fucking energy.
Answer me this. Would you take a bath?
Bath. Not here. I would do it if I was back at my mum's. But I'd be hard pushed to.
Automatically, I win.
You would take a bath?
No, anybody that takes a bath is disgusting. And sit in the rain full, no chance.
I mean, the thing is though, like, if you have a bath, you've got to have a shower after.
Aye, and that's total pedo behaviour. So see, for that alone, I'll take this one.
I can't be arsed arguing at this point.
Because you know you're wrong.
Most likely to forget an important day.
Forget an important day? Oh, me.
Yeah, 100% you.
Nah.
Can't ask me every day what's happening on the podcast. Most likely to go on a TV game show.
In fact, I'm going to out myself here. I thought my mum and dad's anniversary all day.
Well, there we go then. I mean,
but to be fair, that's my sister's job. Fuck that, do you know what I mean?
How's that her job?
Because she's a female. So, as you were saying, what was the next one?
Most likely to go on a TV game show. See, I'd say that as being like... see, here's the thing though, right? I totally could imagine like turning on the TV one night and just seeing the Allan family just competing in some sort of game show.
Feud,
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I'd do that.
I could see the Allan family partaking in something, or what's the one Noel Edmonds does? You know, like the box. Yeah, I can see you doing that as well.
That's gay.
Well, never mind then. And finally, most likely to win the lottery. No, because we don't both play the lottery. But imagine we did. Who would be the most likely to? Because I'm saying you.
I'd want it to be you, but it would.
Oh, thank you.
No,
I'd want it to be you too.
But I feel like I've got a bit more luck than you.
I also agree, which is why I said it.
Yeah. So I'll say that. But I would want it to be you.
Oh, thank you. Mainly because he knows I've got no hope in life.
Well, no quite particular. But if you say so.
I mean, it's true. But anyway, that's that. Yeah, is there anything else you want to add then before we're finished?
By the Sun.
Right, I will cut that out.
And I love to fucking annihilate James McQueen. Other than that, I am so fucking
I'll love to see you aggravate about fucking 15 different things on this one podcast, by the way. You literally start a fucking square go with about 15 different subjects.
Look, at the end of the day, we move. Because
yeah, I can see that just in your eyes there. I can see you just bit your tongue there.
I was so close to saying something.
I know, yeah. Anyway, as we said, next week things will be a wee bit different. We're interviewing a different guest. Maybe long-time fans of the show remember when we interviewed Craig. Think of it like that. It'll be a similar sort of vibe, okay? But like I said, it'll be a very new, well, not new, but it'll be a very different experience for myself and Jamie, so bear that in mind when you're watching next week. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Until next time then, I've been Liam Whyte.
I've been Jamie Allan.
And we'll catch us next week. Goodbye.
We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. With two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.